Once again, Coach Mike back with some more tips and information for you guys. Now, the topic of this video today is detail matters. Now, we'll be diving a little bit deeper on 6 functional movements that you should be able to do pain-free, and that will be our squat, our hinge, our row, our push, our press, and then our carry. So, once again, Coach. All right, first thing that we're going to go over is our squat. Everybody should be able to do a squat pain-free, no matter what age you are, no matter if you've been training for about 10 years, no matter if you've been training for about 10 minutes. You should be able to do a squat pain-free. Now, a lot of the things that happen with the squat, typically people's low back start to hurt, and that causes a lot of issues for them, and they don't want to go back to the gym again. They're like, man, I'm in pain. I can't twist. I can't turn. I can't do anything. I'm not ever going to do that again. But it is a highly functional movement that you should be able to do, and we'll dive a little bit deeper on that as we got more videos coming out for our second one. Now this will be our hinge, so very similar to RDL. We're kind of going for this motion here. A lot of people really don't understand this movement or the hinge movement. The important thing is just to get your glutes out, have nice soft knees, have a nice straight back, and make sure we're not low in our back or around in our back out, because that's going to cause a lot of tension and a lot of pain that we do not want. Once again, the hinge is a move that we should be able to do pain-free. A lot of the problems people typically have with this is keeping their legs and everything straight, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on our joints and our tendons and our ligaments on those knee muscles when we're doing a RDL, or maybe if we're doing a form of a deadlift. Things like that can cause a lot of pressure that we do not want. So you should be able to do a hinge pain-free. Third one, which will be our row. Now, let's say you walk into any gym, you see people with the weight in front of them, whether that be a barbell, whether that be a dumbbell. They kind of have the weight here, and they're rolling that weight to their chest. They're starting off in that hinge motion, or maybe you might even see them on a bench or a platform and go for a row machine just the same. Now, this is a functional movement that everyone needs to be able to do pain-free. A lot of times people get pain in their shoulder, just because they're not ready for the exercise. Their back muscles may not be prepped and ready for that, and there may be some imbalances that occur before they get to that workout. So that's causing a lot of issues and a lot of pain that doesn't need to be there. So another functional workout is your row. Into our fifth functional movement that you should be able to do, and that is our chest press. Actually, I think this is the fourth functional movement, which would be our chest press. So everybody should be able to do a chest press. A lot of things, or a lot of issues that occur when you do your chest press, whether that be what you're doing with your bench, your barbell, your kettlebells, whatever you're pressing with, even if you're on a machine, is their shoulder gives a lot of pain. Now, a lot of times people are sitting in this position all day, whether they're driving, whether they're sitting on their phone, whether they're on the computer, whether they're working, and that creates an imbalance in their shoulder, and their shoulder falls out of alignment. So the first thing they do when they press, boom, they try to go for that pressing motion. Their body's not strong enough for it, and then there's an imbalance in there that causes a lot of issues. So you should be able to do any type of chest pressing movement. One, everybody should be able to do a overhead press. Now, a lot of people do like the strict military press with the barbell. A lot of people do the military press with the dumbbells. People go for that neutral grip with kettlebells or even dumbbells. There's 1,000 ways that you can do an overhead press, but this is something that is very, very, very important for you to be able to do pain-free. Once again, the shoulder is the culprit that usually has a lot of issues with any type of overhead press. Now, typically it's posture, sitting like this for long periods of time, maybe even your dynamic posture that transitions from your day-to-day that you may not even realize. Now, the shoulder is a free moving joint, so you should be able to do any and everything with this. You'll be able to twist and turn. Now, the problem with that is it can get thrown off the alignment very, very, very easily. So that's why corrective exercise and warming up is very, very important, so you don't have any pain with this movement. So you should be able to do a shoulder press. All right, going into number 6. Now, this is one of the ones I think that are most important, most applicable for your day-to-day, is the carry. Now, this can be typically done with kettlebells. There are 2 kettlebells at the side. You can go for a full farmer carry. You can go for a half farmer carry. You can go for more of like a bottoms up carry. You can go for overhead carry. There's 1,000 different ways that you do a carry variation. Now, the reason why this is important, this is a functional movement, is it engages your core. So now a lot of times people sit down like this all the day. We always talk about posture, posture. People sit like this, so they lack that support from their obliques and then their abdominal muscles because their low back is trying to take over with it. Now, when you're going for that carry motion, the entire core has to engage in order to keep your body nice up and tall. Now, if you're doing with the double kettlebell, or even if you're doing with the single, now your body has to compensate for that weight that's being held on one side. So this is another functional movement that you should be able to do. Now, another pro tip that I'm gonna throw in for you is look at the kettlebells, look at the way it's shaped. It's shaped like maybe a baby carrier or even a grocery bag. Now, these are some of the functional things that we should be able to do day to day without any pain, which some people may have pain carrying their baby. Some people may have pain carrying their grocery bags and things like that, which it should be totally pain free. If you like more information like this, we'll get into the nitty gritty of it. And we have one more segment about details, which will be the pain free cycle that we'll go over shortly.